Welcome to tonight's masterclass. Haven't done this in a minute, so it feels good to uh give back to you guys just some things that I've been storing in my mind, noticing over the past couple years of me uh doing this as in training. And I'm ready to give back to you guys and show you guys a little bit more of kind of what's going through my head and how we can help you level up even more, right? And one of the biggest things that I noticed as men come to me is not only just wanting to get into shape, but wanting to become the best versions of themselves in all areas of their life, not leaving anything on the table, right? Pushing your limits to see how far you can go. So tonight we're going to be talking about unlocking masculine power through your fitness and how your body fuels your business, relationships, and confidence. So let's go ahead and hop into everything, you guys. There we go. Okay. So one of the biggest things that I have noticed in this day and age, and I mean, realistically, like this has always been going on, right? But it's the modern man's problem. And this is a quote by Jordan Peterson that I really like, and it goes, "A weak man is not a harmless man. A weak man is a dangerous man because he can't control anything, not even himself." And most men today are physically weak, mentally drained, and emotionally disconnected from themselves. And this isn't just a byproduct of like they're just like this, it's just when you work long hours, you're stressed out, and you have bad habits, this stuff kills your testosterone and your drive as well too. And it leads to overall you feeling like you're not making the progress that you want to make in your life. And if you're expected to perform in every area, but no one teaches you how to build that foundation, it leads to this burnout that we are talking about. Okay. And that's really the last thing that I know any of you guys really want, right? You want to have that fulfilling energy. You want to have that confidence, that drive, that just that dominant energy to feel like you can go out there and conquer the world. So fitness is really the foundation. Fitness is really the foundation when it comes to your masculinity because it's you can build everything on top of that. Why? Because the before you go out there and conquer the world, you have to conquer yourself first, right? So when we have this foundation, this one solid thing built first, your body is your base of power, right? And like I said, when you conquer yourself, you're able to go out there and conquer the world. It teaches you strength, discipline, and confidence all come from physical dominance over yourself, right? So, like, yes, you can go work a career and you can show up consistently, but if you don't work on yourself first, if you don't have that internal drive, that discipline to say no to foods, to say, okay, I'm going to go work out, although I don't feel like it today, it's ultimately eventually going to show, right? And then it's going to show in your career, it's going to show in relationships, it's going to show in all different types of ways, right? You can't lead others if you can't first lead yourself. And that's how I always look at it for myself as well, too, right? I can't lead you if I'm not leading myself. I can't tell my clients to go eat, this amount of macros. I can't tell you guys to go get your workout, and I can't tell you guys to get your steps in, and I'm not doing it, right? I had to lead myself first so that I can lead others. And this directly translates into your career, it translates into your relationships, into literally everything in your life. Okay. So when you consistently train, this is what happens your testosterone increases. And if many of you guys don't know, testosterone is probably one of the biggest things. Your testosterone is one of the biggest things that allows you to go out there and dominate, right? It's what gives you the energy to go out there and dominate. It makes you want to do more, right? You close a client, you close a deal. Hey, I'm going to go close four more this week. I'm going to go close four more today, whatever it may be. Energy levels, they skyrocket. You feel like you're just on top of the world, right? Mental clarity improves. When you have a lot of body fat on you, you just can't even think straight. I'm not even trying to be funny. If you're fat, you just can't think straight. You're not thinking correctly, right? And if you expect to make clear decisions based off of how you've been feeling for the past X amount of years with your body and how you look in the mirror, you're not going to be able to make clear, concise decisions like how you really want. Okay. And this is the one of the obvious ones. Your confidence goes up, right? When you look in the mirror and you love what you see, you're like, damn, I look good. I look fucking good. Confidence goes up. So you feel the confidence within yourself. You're not faking it. You're not trying to, you're not trying to go by it, act like it's not worse than what it really is. But you look in the mirror and you truly love what you see. You transmit that confidence to other people. Okay. Stress tolerance grows. Why? The more that you're in the gym, you put a strain on your body. You're pushing yourself to your limits. That is stress, not only in the gym, that is stress in real life as well, too. The way that you handle one thing, the way that you do one thing is how you do everything. Libido and sex drive return. Not only do they return, I'm telling you, that shit get tired. That shit gets tired as you as you stay more consistent with it because you're just eating healthy. You're treating your body right. Your libido and your sex drive will just go crazy. And I think that this is one of the most important things because realistically, we may spend what, maybe an hour in the gym per day compared to going to work or dealing with family members, your girlfriend, your friends, right? You move and you speak with more presence, right? You move and you speak with more presence. And when you move and you speak with more presence, people could feel that. People want to gravitate to it. Okay. People want to gravitate to it. So your body, you got to move this stuff. You can't see what I said right there. Your body, oh, no. What's going on? There we go. So your body equals your signal to the world, right? And your body's a walking billboard for your discipline, your values, and your self-respect before you even open your mouth, right? When you see somebody that's in shape, when you see somebody that takes care of themselves, you automatically assume that they are doing the right things for themselves without necessarily saying to you like, oh, I show up consistently at work or this or that, right? Before I even open my mouth, you can see like, okay, this guy's in shape. He takes care of himself. He has a certain level of self-respect that most people do not have, right? And this is actually a study done by this. Fit men are seen as more competent, trustworthy, attractive, and respected in business and social circles more than other men who are not fit and in shape, right? So this gives you just a little bit more of a mental edge. This gives you more of an edge when it comes to not just how you feel about yourself, but everything in your life, right? When it comes to dating, business, when it comes to how you view yourself, right? All fitness, like I said at the beginning, you guys, is the foundation for everything in your life. Everything in your life. Okay. So fitness unlocks all of the areas as well too. Okay. And I really broke it down right here for you guys. I wanted to show you guys this as well too. Sorry guys, I gotta move some things around. So fitness unlocks all other areas of your life. Okay. So one of the biggest things that we've been talking about is business, right? You make sharper decisions, you show up with energy, and you exude authority. Okay. And I want you guys to look at one of the biggest things when it comes down to reaching this next level for yourself in your life, with yourself, and just everything is you in the moment that you're working out, you have to pair what you're working out with, oh, this is going to help with this, right? You create an association, you create a bridge, right? And when you do that, it only makes you want to work out more. And then because you went hard during that workout, when you go do that thing now that you connected it, that you associated with, you know that you can bring a different level of confidence. Not because you just look good, but because you know that what you did the day before went into this moment right now. Okay. And oh, I forgot about this quote. I love this quote. So this is a quote by Plato, and it says, and it goes, the first and best victory is to conquer self, right? You conquer yourself, you can conquer anything, right? So the next thing is going to be relationships. Okay. When you are taking care of yourself, this is probably a no-brainer. I'm gonna be honest, other than work or just bettering yourself, this is probably the next thing that I hear that guys want to get into shape for, right? You know that if you get into shape, you're going to be able to attract a better partner. Okay. You guys will communicate better. Not only that, you will lead with confidence more. Not you guys, you would lead with confidence more because you're the man. You're the man in the relationship. But like you feel like a man because you do certain things that make you feel like a man. Okay. Oops, I forgot to take that part out. So and the last and final thing that it unlocks is going to be your mental health as well too. Okay. When you're working out, you're releasing endorphins, serotonin, dopamine. Okay. All these things keep your energy into a positive state, keep your mindset into a positive state. And I didn't write this in the PowerPoint, but I kind of wanted to touch on it right here. This right here is going to be huge because the way that you look at one thing, the way that you look at yourself, the way that you look at life, the way that you feel about life, when you have that deep sense of gratitude, of love, of excitement. You're just happy with life, no matter what you may be going through. We're all going to go through different things in life, right? We're all going to go through different things in life. But no matter what you may be going through, you have this deep level of love for life because you're taking care of your mental health through fitness. You are going to become a better version of yourself. You're going to attract the right things into your life. You're going to close that deal. You're going to attract that partner. You're going to do a whole bunch of things. When you feel like life is just completely going the opposite direction, but you change your mindset, you start working out consistently, you then are going to then look at that situation differently, right? And then you're going to be able to attack it, figure out a solution that you didn't think you could have figured out before. Okay. So the next thing is the masculine traits you build in the gym. Because I think that this is one of the best things, right? Like I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but like if you go to the gym, you're building these things up, whether you realize it or you don't, right? So the first thing is gonna be discipline. You show up regardless of how you feel. You show up regardless of how you feel. Now, I already know a lot of you guys, whether you're watching this right now or on the replay, there's been moments and times where you don't want to go to the gym. There's been moments and times where you don't feel like eating the right foods, but you still show up. You still show up. And this is a transmutation. You can take this and apply it to other areas of your life and do it the same exact way. Okay. You build resilience. You push through hard reps and you don't quit. When I tell you guys, I'm not going to add more to your exercises, you had to make it harder within the exercise. And I talked about this last week on our live, right? It's not about the duration, it's about the intensity. It's about the intensity. So when you push yourself, instead of just doing those, being in the RPE of 6 and it's not really too challenging, but you're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna increase the weight and I'm gonna push myself. Not only am I gonna push myself, I'm gonna try to get one more rep. You build that resilience. So when you get knocked down and you're not closing a deal, you don't feel confident in the girls you're approaching or dating, you know that you're building up that resilience in the gym and you can just take that with all the areas of your life. If you did it here, you can go and do it there. Just one more rep. Okay. Leadership, inspiring others through example. That's really what it is, you guys. Like, let's be completely honest. Like, a lot of people in life don't have the capabilities of going to the gym consistently, eating the right foods consistently, and forming and forging a good and healthy body for themselves. So when they see you do it, it sparks the motivation inside them to want to ask you for help. And not only that, but look up to you for leadership because they see that if you can lead yourself, then you can definitely lead others as well too. Okay. Purpose, working toward a mission, your health. This is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing. As men, we need a purpose. We have to have a mission. And if we don't feel like we have a mission, if we don't feel like we have a purpose, we're just going to be drifters. We're going to be floaters. We're going to be all over the fucking place. We're not going to have a clear destination of where we want to go and a game plan on how to get there. Okay. So this purpose is vitally important. And this is what is attractive, not only to a partner, like a girlfriend or a wife, this is what is attractive to everybody, to people in general. Even let's just say you have an employer, right? This is going to be attractive to him because he sees that you're on a mission, you're trying to accomplish something, and that makes him trust you to get the job done. So why you can't skip this, right? Like why can't you just skip the gym? Why can't you skip the health? Why can't you skip all these different things, right? And you don't need to be a bodybuilder, but you need to be capable, right? And fit men lead the pack, period. And it's really what the case is. And it's not even have to be on some alpha male shit, right? Some ego blasting, whatever. That's not what it is. But when you can lead yourself, you can lead others. And people feel safe and more comfortable with you in knowing that. Because if they see that you don't give up on yourself, you can push yourself when you don't feel like it. They'll know that you won't do that for them as well, too. Right? The same things that you have for yourself, they want for themselves as well, too. And they look towards you to give it to them. So if you skip yourself, if you skip what you need to do for you, you're going to be letting down other people in the process as well, too. And this was honestly one of the biggest things that I I realized as I started getting really deep into this journey, right? I know that I'm doing this for me, but there's also people looking up to me as well too. And if I let them down, if I let myself down, excuse me, I let them down as well too. So how do we start? Right? Most of these things you guys are already doing, but just in case you aren't doing it, start fucking doing these things. All right. So first things first, you want to strength train at least 3 to 4 times per week, right? You got to get into a consistent habit of lifting weights 3 to 4 times per week. Get in at least 10K steps. You want to have a high protein diet. And if your goal is to decrease body fat, low carb diet, right? High protein, low carbs. Okay. Quality sleep. You have got to aim to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. There's more and more research coming out that the more sleep that you get, this is linked to decreasing, like getting cancers, diseases, Alzheimer's, dementia, all these different things that is linked literally to just getting good quality sleep. Okay. This helps with stress management as well, too. Now, so this is something separate from the workouts. Okay, this is something separate from the workouts. But when you take cold showers, you do breath work, you do journaling, all the stuff that I put on your guys' dashboard in terms of your morning routine, these are the things that I do for myself. Because yes, going to the gym is going to help you to feel good mentally, release the endorphins and serotonin and all that. But you have got to also do the mental, excuse me, you've also got to do the mental work on yourself so that you can then appreciate the work that you're doing, right? And then this is going to help you throughout your day when bullshit happens, because we all know bullshit's going to happen. Okay. So this is bigger than fat loss, right? You guys, this is about becoming the strongest, most grounded version of yourself. Like a lot of you guys told me on our first call, right? You want to become a better version of you. You want to squeeze life of what it has, and you want to see what your potential is. And you're either building power or letting it slip away daily within yourself. Okay. And every workout is a vote for the man that you're becoming. It really is. It's a vote for who you want to become. Okay. So, what's one area of your life you want to dominate? All right. Start with your body, everything else will follow. And then let's build the man you were meant to be, one rep at a time. So, that's tonight's presentation, you guys. I'm gonna leave it open for some questions. Obviously, if you guys are not here in the Zoom and you guys are watching this on the replay, come into the group message and drop your questions into the group message, and we'll answer it in there. Bob, you got any questions, bro?
Yeah, actually one. You mentioned the breath work. Working on that. Are you just talking about as you're working out, or is it some kind of meditation or breathing or something like that?
Both, right? So you want to make sure that even when you're working out, I gotta make sure I'm doing it right. So, like, if you're coming down for a bench press, you're breathing in, and then when you press up, you're blowing your air out, right? And that's gonna be super important just in terms of like keeping yourself not getting lightheaded and exerting the most amount of weight possible, right? Now,
Right.
when it comes to what I was talking about in the presentation, that's really going to be like with meditation. Okay. So, firstly, something that I do is I'll do like a 4 second count in, breathing in all the air, hold it in for 7 seconds, then I exhale for 8 seconds, and then I repeat the process during my meditation.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, box breathing kind of thing.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't
Exactly.
think.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was
Heck yeah, man.
I was kind of going, when you mentioned it, because we went with the cold showers and the journaling. I was
Mhm.
thinking more of a meditational thing.